Hello, and welcome back to another edition of my Spanish adventure. So, this week we're going to be talking about the school here in Spain. And we're going to start with one of the more boring of the topics, homework. We literally are drowning in homework. I was sick this Thursday, and so my sister Maria had to take all the notes and all the homework down and various other stuff. And we were up until about maybe 11:30 finishing homework that we started around 9:30. That means, and that was just homework for 3 classes. Mathematics, language, and biology or economics, one of the two. So we are literally drowning in homework, and I am never going to complain again or beg Mr. Larson for more homework because this is a bit stressful, to be perfectly honest. Okay, next, the books. I don't know about the rest of the USA, but in my hometown, we don't really use textbooks. They're more of guidelines, if you get that reference, nerd alert. So it was really different because my very first day, everybody brings out these textbooks and for every class, and it's just like, what? We have textbooks, and they do go off the book. So I got a little worried, thinking I might have to buy some, and I still might have to buy a few, but I was able to borrow a copy for 2 of my classes that I don't have with Maria, and the rest of them I'm just going to borrow off Maria. And they're literally in every class, except for like 2 of my classes. And that's non-religion / ethics and musica. Oh my gosh, my classes. Let's check out my classes in this handy dandy planner I have here. There's a reason they give us planners. Where in the USA you either have the same classes every day or every other day. Here, Monday starts with English language, geography, math, technology, tutoring. And then every day is different. And so, martes, Tuesday, is physics, música, tecnología, matemáticas, lengua, y educación y física. That's physics and chemistry, music, tech, math, language, and PE. Then on miércoles, yo tengo inglés, economía, música, educación física, tecnología, biología. That is, I have English, economy, music, PE, tech, and biology. Jueves is matemáticas, lengua, música, inglés, biología, economía. So you get the idea. My last day is actually a really fun day. But, yeah, it's different every day. So that explains the need for a planner. Let's see what else is on my list. The teachers. Oh my gosh. They're slightly difficult. They remind me a little bit of my teachers back home, though. Especially my language teacher. Her and my English teacher are very similar. But, most of them have been really nice. Some of them are really funny. They try and keep me in Spanish. And if I don't understand something, there's usually one kid in the class who can help me understand what they're saying. They go really fast, but I'm starting to understand them just a little bit more. Except for math. I understand deberes, the homework, because it's not like word problems or anything, and it's algebra, but I don't understand him in class, so I just copy what's on the board and Maria's notes. Dress code. Oh my gosh, there is literally no dress code. I could walk in what I'm wearing right now as long as it's socially appropriate. I could walk in with whatever I wanted to wear, but we can't have hats or chicle, which is gum. So basically, tank tops for the win. I wish we had that in the USA, because then I wouldn't be so worried. I had told my sister about a secretary I had. I had worn a tank top to school that day, and just to make sure it was up to dress code, she followed me down the hall for a while until I got to my next class, just to make sure it was dress code. Okay, so you have heard my schedule, but now it's the schedule of the day. We get there about 8:30. So I wake up at 6:30 just so I have time to wake up because it's stressful for me most of the time. Breakfast for me is about 7:40, 7:45. We leave the house about 8 o'clock, 8:15, and we get there 8:30, and that's when school starts. So 8:30 to 9:20, I have my first hour. Then second hour is until 10:10, and there's no tardy bell. There's the bell that you're released to your next class, but there's no bell to ring when you're late. So I've just assumed that it's when the teacher comes in before you is when you're late. Then we have third hour, which is till 11:10, and then we have a break. It's not lunch, because lunch is around 2 o'clock, but it's almost like being back in kindergarten, because we have a snack time, where you can take a sandwich from home, or we have a little concession stand inside the school cafeteria, and you can buy stuff, or you can bring stuff from home, and you get maybe 40 minutes just hanging out and eating and doing whatever you do during your break. And then that's fourth hour, fifth hour, and then sixth hour until 2:20 when we get released. And it's really odd because in my town we have early release on Wednesdays, which is only 15 minutes earlier than my release every single day here. So it's going to be really different going back to the US because you have such long school days. Let's see. Friends. I've had a problem making friends here because, well, it's not that they laugh at me or anything. It's hard because all the friends I have here are Maria's friends, so I wouldn't know them unless it was for Maria. So, it's just really difficult finding friends here that are actually my personal friends that I can hang out with during that break or after school. Speaking of after school, that's a nightmare. I am not used to it because you have your siesta until maybe about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, closer to 4 actually. And then Maria goes and hangs out with her friends all day. And I feel a little awkward without her around the parents here. So I usually go with her. and she's usually out until 9 o'clock at night. And that is extremely weird because in my hometown, I can't just walk and stay out till 9 o'clock. Not that there's anything to do till 9 o'clock. And that's because I live 15 minutes out of town. So it's really odd. And my first night here, she had said we were going to stay out till 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning. And jet lag. Not a good mix. So, it's a little odd. I'm getting used to it. But I get really tired in the weeks. I don't know how the teachers expect us to get a good night's sleep when we have homework every night that is literally mountains of homework because of the textbooks. And they're also slightly confusing. Thank you, Google, for being there to translate for me. I don't know how I would have done it without you, because Maria tries. She really tries. But it's really hard to understand sometimes, as to be expected. So I have just ended my 4th week here, and this video is getting a little bit long, so I'm going to say goodbye. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Adios, adventurers.